Hello West Ham fans, welcome back to Have Your West Ham View. I'm Sam.
I'm Joe.
Let's have it. I was going to clap them, but didn't want to ruin the audio again. So, let's jump straight into the competition from last week. So, we
Had a little wiki.
Yeah, we had a little
wiki players quiz, didn't we?
Wiki players quiz that we had actually taken from Twitter originally. And we are going to do another one in a moment, so stick around for that. But we've got some winners to announce. Do you want to run on the first one for TikTok?
Yes. So the first person to comment the correct answer on... First of all, the correct answer was Matthew Upson. A lot of you got it right, but as we said, it was the first person on each platform to get it right. So the first person was Liam Bishop on TikTok. So we will drop you a message, arrange to get that sent out for you. And you are getting this, which is a West Ham v Spurs at home on the 28th of December 1993.
Yeah. We won't talk about the result on that day because
we'll leave that one out. We just looked it up. Not great.
But
anyway, we'll send it out to you, mate. That's a little retro programme for you.
Some of the lineups there are looking good. You've got Ludic McCloskey, Tim Breaker, Steve Potts, Peter Butler, Trevor Morley, Tony Gale, Ian Bishop, Matty Holmes, Lee Chapman, David Burrows, Mike Marsh. 3 subs.
Yeah.
Martin Allen.
Proper old school.
Yeah. Cool.
It's like Sunday League lineup.
Yeah, that's
3
it.
subs.
Next one on Instagram, Callum Davies, we know you are. This one we're giving away is on the 24th of November 93, so not actually too far away from the other one.
Arsenal at home, wasn't it?
Arsenal at home, we'll show you that one.
Another little retro one,
Another
mate.
retro one.
Send it out to you. Well done for getting that right.
Lineups are looking very similar.
Same sort of teams.
Yeah, the Arsenal one looks quite scary on that one. David Seaman.
Who's the best player in that Arsenal
Tony
lineup?
Adams. It's got to be Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Legend. Paul Merson, Alan Smith, Martin Keown. That's a solid looking team.
Yeah, that's decent.
But yeah, that's that one. And on to the next one, the final one for the group.
On the Facebook group was Rob De Waldron. We'll send you out a programme from the 24th of April 1991.
That's cool, that one.
Which was Newcastle at home. So yeah, there you go. Send it out, well done, mate. We'll get that out to you.
West Ham lineup on that. You've got McCloskey in goal, as per usual. Steve Potts, George Parris, Tony Gale, Colin Foster, Chris Houghton.
Cool. That's throwback.
Yeah. Ian Bishop, captain. Stuart Slater, Ian Dowie. Our recent £480,000 signing from Luton Town returned to the side at Ipswich last week. And then Kevin Keane, Trevor Morley. So
nice.
That's a good team. And
yeah. There you go. So well done, guys, for winning those. Going to move straight on into this week's one.
Yes.
Which we are just going to put on the screen now. We'll stick it on the screen. Have a look. Get your guesses in. Make sure you get your guesses in on YouTube, TikTok,
yes,
Instagram, and we'll announce that one next Sunday, won't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Don't you know? Not next Sunday, because next Sunday is Christmas.
Next Sunday's Christmas. We'll do one
in the next episode, whenever it goes out.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to jump straight into section 1,
which is thoughts and feelings on the semis and prediction for today's final. So we're filming this on Sunday. World Cup final day. Yeah. Kicking off at 3 o'clock.
Could have been in the boozer.
Argentina.
Could have been in the boozer right now, but we're not, are we?
What could have been?
Yeah.
But anyway, we're over our depression from last week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We had to move on from that swiftly.
Yeah. So thoughts, prediction.
Well, the semis were good. They were good. France were always going to beat Morocco, weren't they? Let's be honest here.
Yeah, especially when you got referees helping them out.
Yeah, as per usual. But
yeah, won't go into that too much.
No. It's a shame to see Morocco go out. They actually lost against Croatia, didn't they, yesterday? I didn't catch any of that game.
Yeah. But I think the third place playoff is just the most pointless game.
It is, isn't it?
There is, because they've already played a whole tournament. They're knackered. Yeah. They're playing. Again, it could have gone to extra time, so they could have played another 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Flat on their feet to get third place, which no one cares about.
No, I think especially mid-season as well. Their clubs are probably screaming for their players back.
Yeah, people getting injuries.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the best idea to have the third place playoff. I think someone tweeted yesterday. I think that won't be around for much longer as well. Actually, because I think it's just quite pointless.
Yeah, but France are through. And, the only saving grace is I've got them in my work sweepstake. But bar that, I hope Argentina turn them over today.
Yeah.
It'd be good. I think a lot of people FIFA want Messi to win the World Cup and all that. I think it'd be good for him to go out on winning the World Cup. I'd rather Argentina win it. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what, with Messi, obviously we know he's one of the best players ever, but he just gets on with it. The complete opposite to Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo throws his toys out the pram, and he's had his little hissy fit recently, and he can't accept the fact that he's not as good as he used to be.
No.
Messi's probably still as good as he always has been.
And even if he has an off game or an off few weeks, you don't really hear much about.
No, he just gets on with it, and that's why I think I'd much rather see him win the World Cup than France, obviously.
Yeah,
because we don't
want the French to win it, do we? I mean, it's funny. I saw a montage actually yesterday of Ronaldo last season, and he scored however many goals, quite a few goals.
25 or something.
A good amount of goals, and I was thinking some really he got really important goals for United, like against Atlanta. I think he scored that last minute goal. He scored
a few last minute ones in the Champions League.
Yeah, he scored that hat-trick against Norwich, which was like a last minute free kick to win a game. And I think actually it's really good last season. And it's just this year, it's just all gone to pot.
Yeah.
And I think now he's using Real Madrid's training facilities. I think it got announced this week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's gone back there to do a bit of training. But he's gone literally, World Cup's done, straight to Madrid. You can't knock the bloke for his bloody hard work. But I think he'll end up going to maybe a Saudi Arabian team or
back to Sporting Lisbon.
Back to Lisbon, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be cool. I think depends what he's after. If he's after the money, he'll go to Dubai for a little while, Saudi Arabia. If he wants to keep playing football at a decent level, because Sporting Lisbon are still in Champions League, then he'd go back there. But anyway,
it's a messy day today.
It's all about Messi today.
What's your prediction for the final? Let's get a score prediction and who do you think's going to score the goals?
So I'm going for an Argentina win. I think Julian Alvarez will get a goal, and Messi will get the winner.
Yeah.
In normal time. I'm saying no extra time or pens.
2-0.
And I think it'll be 2-1.
2-1.
Argentina. And I think for France, Giroud will get a goal.
Do you think? So 2-1, Messi, Alvarez and Giroud.
That's my prediction, yeah.
Okay.
This will go out on Wednesday this week, so this will be after the World Cup. So obviously you'll see if we're right or wrong.
We'll see if we got it on bang on. I'm going to say, I hate to say it, but I do think France are going to do it. I think they've got that mentality. You know, Argentina haven't won it since that famous World Cup in '86.
Yeah.
I think France off the back of winning
it's going to be much more emotional based for Argentina.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're desperate to win it for Messi.
Yeah.
France have been there and done it 4 years ago.
I know. I think it's going to be 1-1. I think it'll be Mbappe to score, and I think who's going to score for Argentina? I think one of the centre halves might score.
What, from a corner or set piece? Yeah.
And then I think France will win it in extra time. That's my bold.
Who's scoring the winner?
I've got a feeling for Griezmann, because the last time they played each other in the
previous World
Cup, Griezmann took the piss. He was good.
Yeah.
And I think he'll fancy himself today. So that's my.
I nearly went for Griezmann. I nearly said Griezmann, but I thought I'll go Giroud. It's a bit safer.
Yeah.
I saw a stat. Griezmann started like 78 consecutive games for France, and that's ridiculous. And I watched him against Morocco the other day, and he was just ridiculous. Like,
he's good.
They said he hasn't scored in like 13 international games or something, but everything else he does, he was back defending. He's meant to be like an attacking player. Yeah. He's back defending, and it's just his work rate, and he's a quality player. So.
That's it. It's really going to be it. We'll probably reflect on the next pod on the World Cup final, and then it's all West Ham, all Premier League, all things. Yeah. All things.
I'm looking forward to getting back to club football. To be honest, obviously, the World Cup's been a good one, I think.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to get back into club football. I'm a bit more attached,
and
go back to being depressed every weekend. Yeah. West Ham are losing, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we've got a lot.
Fingers crossed.
We've got a lot lined up and fixtures to come. We'll talk about the fixtures and do a little bit of preview on the Arsenal game. But if we just move on now to section 2 of the pod, which is I want to look at the injuries. We have a 1 month break, and we come back and we have 6 key players injured.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
And
in pointless games as well.
Yeah,
like they're not pointless, but they're basically pre-season games, aren't they? Mid-season. But yeah, we looked at earlier, we got Cresswell, Zuma, Antonio, Scamacca, Cornet, and Aged all that injured. Obviously, Aged is from the World Cup, so you can't really knock that one. Cornet's been out for 3 months with a thigh injury.
I mean,
yeah,
I seem to see like Instagram videos every couple of weeks of him on my way back doing strength
appearing
training
in the gym.
Yeah,
and then he goes he disappears for another 2 weeks.
It's a shame. I think when he has played, we've seen good.
I was
good
gutted
spells.
when he got injured. I think we was at the game when he went off, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, but it was out of nothing as well. Just went down.
Yeah,
I think him and Scamacca seem to link up quite well, but we've never seen it.
I think he's been a great signing since disregarding the injury, but. From when he did play, I know he played a few games in Europe, and then he played against Chelsea when we got robbed to that game, and he scored that winner, or was it equaliser? Yeah, late equaliser that was disallowed, which was very annoying. But his all round performances have been really good, and then he's just disappeared for the last 3 months.
Yeah, end of the day, he scored 9 or 10 goals in a Burnley team in the Premier League. Like that's why we signed him. Yeah, that's why we signed him, and. Yeah, he's not had a sniff since, really.
Yeah.
So
looking
hopefully...
forward to seeing him back soon.
Yeah.
And then we've got Scamacca, who got taken out yesterday by Issa Diop, which is just ridiculous.
Shocking tackle.
Ex-West Ham player, and I'm sure most of you would have seen the tackle, but we'll put it on the video now. Yeah. I think we were on the counter-attack, weren't we? Diop just goes straight through him, takes him out. Yeah. He goes off injured in the first 15 minutes, wasn't it?
Less than that, mate, honestly. It was like 8 minutes. And I thought to myself... But to be fair, I did see a clip of him having a laugh and a joke in the little cottage stand. So I don't know what that means.
Hopefully it's not too serious. Hopefully it's a little precautionary sub.
Yeah. Part of me, Joe, I'd like to see him get up and have a go. I know it's a friendly and you don't want to take a risk, but... You know, you just I don't know. Another player might just get up and go, no, let me see how I am. Let me go and play. The fact that he's gone off, I know it's a friendly, but it tells me it's a bit more serious than you think, because you want him to get up and go, no, leave me, give me 5 minutes, let me give it a go. Yeah, you just walked off. Like, it makes you think you've gone all that way, right? Yeah, you've put your shin pads on, your sock tape, or whatever it may be. Yeah, and in 8 minutes you're like, nah,
mate. If that was me, even playing at Sunday League level. I want to stay on the pitch. You don't want to play 5 minutes of a game and go off. So I reckon, like what you said, I think it might be a bit more serious. So
we'll see.
But we'll see.
If you got Antonio injured, you can also understand hooking him, just in case. Yeah. But then,
we just always got striker problems, haven't we?
We do, mate. We do.
What's wrong with Antonio anyway?
I don't know, because he didn't play, he didn't get in the squad. I don't know a peep about it. But it's just worrying, isn't it, really? Again, another player
just disappeared.
Yeah, so he's had a month off. You really would hope he might have a week or a few days off before when it all breaks up, and you'd hope he gets himself fit, ready to go for when we come back. Like Bowen's looking in pre-season, he scored in each game.
I think so.
Yeah. So another goal for him. Played through the middle in the end yesterday after.
He scored against Cambridge, Udinese, and Fulham.
Yeah.
All good finishes as well, to be fair. So hopefully he's back on form after the break. Yeah, and then we've got Zuma.
Yeah, we know about him. He's had an operation on his knee.
Mate, he's looked injured for about 6 months.
He has. He's always limping.
Just constantly.
Whenever he goes into a tackle, I think, oh god, he's gonna get up.
Not even in a tackle, just dribbling the ball and passing the ball. You think, is he injured? Like, it looks like he's on one knee. Yeah, which is the problem, isn't it? He has been pretty much playing on one knee, so. But
I'm happy to see Ogbonna back.
Yeah,
getting a run of games alongside Dawson. You got a left footer, right footer. I know Dawson Zuma was the two that kind of got us through to the next round, into Europe, whatever.
I feel a lot more confident with Ogbonna at the back though.
I do, yeah.
Zuma's good, but Ogbonna, I just think he's class, and he's been around a long time, and he's always done well for West Ham. And like I said, it's good to see him back and not injured.
And then finally, you got Cresswell. I think he's done his hamstring.
He went off against Cambridge, was it?
Yeah, another one who's just like off in 20 minutes or whatever, and you just think, oh, for God's sake, like. But then, do these players at the top level, do they not prepare themselves for this game? Do they just turn up and think?
That's what I think. Someone tweeted about it and said, Cresswell's gone off after 10 minutes or whatever it was, holding his hamstring. And then they put, it is a cold night here at Cambridge. It's like, it's a cold night, so you think as a professional player, you'd go through a proper warm up, get yourself ready.
Yeah, I know.
That's not really an excuse,
It's
is
not.
it, to go off injured? Like, obviously, injuries you can't always prevent it, but
No.
you can do as much as you can to prevent it, can't you? So
It puts doubt in your mind, doesn't it? When these
Yeah.
players are pulling up after 10 minutes, and you think, well, what sort of preparation have you put into this? As a professional, it should make a difference. You know, whoever you're playing, you need to prepare
Just
properly.
prepare properly,
and
yeah,
it makes
'cause
you think you ain't.
for the sake of a proper warm up,
Mm.
he might be out for a month, 6 weeks now. We don't know.
Yeah.
So you'd rather just put a proper warm up in,
Yeah.
regardless of who you're playing or what sort of game it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, that's the injuries.
We're expecting an announcement this afternoon, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Luis Sao from Sao Paulo, 20-year-old. I think it's been come through the academy at Sao Paulo. Rumour is that he's going to be chucked straight into the reserves.
Typical West Ham.
Typical West Ham. We've made a list of, well, not a list. We kind of
Got
had
a few
brief
players.
chat,
Yeah.
that players have signed. There's been an announcement, and they've just
Oh,
been
he's
chucked
the
in
next
the
wonder
reserves.
kid. Oh,
Yeah.
he's going to be the next big thing at West Ham.
We got Gonzalo Cardoso, Portuguese centre half.
He come in and it was hyped up, and
Yeah.
like it always is. Oh, he's a brilliant player. He's going to be the next big thing, and then didn't play a single game for the first team, and he's been shipped out to another team somewhere else. And then who else we got?
You got Tony Martinez, who actually he did get a few opportunities at West Ham. He went off to Oxford, and you know, I think he done okay there, but Oxford's not the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he's ended up at Porto, and he's scoring goals. I think he scored
Played
12.
44 games last season. Playing in the Champions League as well. 12 goals.
Yeah.
So not a bad return for someone that never
No.
played for West Ham, really.
No, and then but
I watched him play actually. I saw him play at an under-21s game when Declan Rice was playing as well, actually. And I think I mentioned it last week. I saw Declan Rice playing, and even then he was like 18, and I thought, yeah, he's quality. But yeah, Tony Martinez played in that, and yeah, he looked decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he was going to set the world alight, but
No.
yeah, he looked a decent player, and you just think, with all the striker issues we've had, you think, oh, I could have just kept hold of him, but
I don't know.
oh well, that's been and done now.
And then Sead Haksabanovic,
Yeah,
now of Celtic, I believe. I think we shipped him off to Malaga, and
he was another one, bigged
yeah.
him up. Oh, he's a great player, and then he just never played for the first team.
I mean,
and now he's gone off to, now he's playing in Celtic.
Yeah,
so.
don't get me wrong. We're saying it like, you know, it's easy to get into the starting 11 of a Premier League side.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get these announcement videos. I'm sure we'll get a nice video. And
Yeah.
I mean, we need cover, right? Because you've got Ogbonna Dawson, who's getting on, and he's probably going to be gone in the summer, because we've heard all the rumours. Ogbonna's getting on. Obviously, Aguerd, and who else we got at the back? Kera. He kind of rotates.
Bit unreliable.
Bit erratic.
Yeah.
A bit rash. I actually prefer him at right back, to be honest.
Yeah, so do I.
But yeah, so
But
we
we've
need
had a
more
look at
options.
this video with Louis Al, haven't we? And we can't say too much because we've watched a 2-minute video of him, and it's his best highlights, so they're going to show him at his best. But
Yeah.
he looks aggressive,
Yeah.
carries the ball out of defence well, good physically.
I think he's left-footed.
I think he's left-footed.
Yeah, got a
We'll
good
have
feet.
to wait and see. But
As a Brazilian.
yeah, but like you say, I'm sure we'll get a big fancy announcement video, and then it'll. But this is the thing. I don't think if we didn't get all these big announcements, I wouldn't be bothered if players didn't get in.
No.
But it's when it's such a big deal. Oh, we've made a sign of this wonder kid.
Yeah.
They're going to be the next like great player at West Ham, and they never get a game. And it's like, why not just not do a big announcement video?
Yeah.
And then if they don't play, no one cares.
No, just slip him into the squad
Yeah.
and then see. But I mean, yesterday, part of me is frustrated because you've got Divin Mbama on the bench, player who, you know,
He's the one that played in Europe, wasn't he?
scored a goal, albeit might have gone off the defender, whatever. But then, you know, get him involved in these friendlies.
Yeah, they
Get him
don't
involved.
mean anything.
You know, Skamaka's injured, right? Here's your chance, lad. No, he brings Downs on and chucks Bowen up top.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it could have been a moment. It could have been a moment. It could have been a moment where he comes on, he bags a goal.
And that's the start of his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we said about it last week with England, and when we were playing against Wales and we were 3-0 up, we're going through, and you've got all these players on the bench that have never played in the World Cup. Perfect opportunity to get them on, and Southgate didn't get them on. It's the same with West Ham. You think these games don't mean anything. There's nothing riding on it. It's just a pre-season friendly, and we've won in 4-2, 3-1, and 1-1 yesterday.
Yeah.
But like I said, they don't mean anything. So get the youngsters on.
Yeah, I mean,
and like you said, he could come on. He could get a goal. He could get a couple of goals.
yeah.
That could be the start of his career at West Ham. But you don't see it. Instead, they're playing youth football essentially.
Yeah.
They're scoring a lot of goals in youth football, but that doesn't mean anything, does it, compared to the Prem? So I think just give him a chance.
Yeah, he did bring him on later in the game, but I think I'm talking about that moment specifically, where you actually think, you've seen. I was listening to the Peter Crouch podcast with Mark Noble this morning actually, and he talks about how he was 17, and I think it was on the bench, and I think someone got injured early. No, who was it? Actually, I think.
What, this is Noble we're talking about?
No, that was a different story. I think I was listening to the Wayne Bridge podcast with Joe Cole.
Yeah.
And Wayne Bridge, Southampton boy, young lad on the bench. The left winger or left back got injured, broke his leg like in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And he got brought on.
Yeah.
And he was like, I couldn't believe my luck. And it was and he apparently had a weldy game, and that was it. Didn't look back.
Yeah, exactly. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
So we'd like to see the youngsters get on a bit more.
Yeah, but Louis Zal's coming in, and that'll just be cover. Obviously, I forgot to mention Zuma as well when we was going through the centre halves, but he's injured as well. Agurd's injured, so we need cover. You might just find that before you know it, by default, he's in the lineup. He's on the bench.
Like we've seen with West Ham over many years. There's been times where we've ended up with no centre backs. Remember signing Roger Johnson, the relegator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even his teammates called him that, didn't they? Relegator. Got him in on either a free or on loan from Wolves, I think. And he played a few games, but that was like last resort. So
I'll never forget that goal, Man City.
That's all I think
of. Picked the ball
when
up
I think of Roger Johnson, that's all I think of is that's Man City, because I think we played them twice in a week or something, League and Cup. I think we got beaten like 6-0 both times. Yaya
6 and 5-0, I think. I remember.
Yaya Toure just ruined him.
Yeah, and we'll get the clip up, and he's actually like side on, and he runs all the way back to the 6-yard box.
And Toure's loving it. He's just thinking, I'll just keep running.
Yeah. That's a good goal.
So we might be in that situation again soon, and in that case, hopefully we'll see Louis Al get into the team.
But what else do we need? Come January, right? And we'll talk about it now. 15 games so far this season, we've scored 12 goals. It's the third lowest in the league.
Yeah.
I think there's someone scored 8, two teams have scored 11, and we've scored 12. If you compare that to, say, last season, I think we played 50-odd games in all competitions. We scored 85 goals. It's nearly a goal a game. And
more than a goal a game.
Yeah, sorry. That's like that presenter...
that 1.5 game.
Yeah. But now we're struggling to...
That shows our math skills. That's probably wrong as well.
Should we crop that a little bit out?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we need another striker. Antonio was never a striker anyway. I know
he's a makeshift striker, and he's done a great job. Don't get me wrong. And pretty sure he'd say himself that he's not an out-and-out striker. He was brought up like his whole career. He's been either a right back or a right winger.
Yeah. No, he was right wing, left wing.
Yeah.
Slaven chucked him at right back, and he didn't like that either.
Yeah.
He's just a player that's been chucked around in all positions.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's done a job. He's now a top goal scorer. He's now a record goal scorer.
That's the thing. You can't knock him because he's done amazing, and I'll always love Antonio. I think he's a great character, and he's done amazing for West Ham.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's not an out-and-out striker that's going to bag you 20 goals a season.
No. And Scamacca's going to take time.
It's difficult. He's got the ability. I can see it. I think a lot of people can see it, and I think other people are a bit on the fence whether they rate him or not. I don't know about you. What's your opinion on him?
I think as we kind of discussed last week, I like that he drops deep. He picks up the ball, he switches the play well, but we need to see more goals. He scored a good goal against Wolves. That's a great strike on the edge of the box. But I think, it's a new country. He's a young lad. He's 23. I think, he needs a bit of time. He needs to settle in, and we'll see for the second half of the season how he does.
Well.
He does, yeah.
That's the main issue. If you give him the service, as we've seen, he can score worldy goals.
Yeah.
I think we need to get Paqueta back playing with him, because he went through a little spell of them two linking up really well and scoring a couple of goals.
Yeah.
So as soon as Paqueta and him are back in form, I think he'll be all right long term. But like you said, I think we do need another striker. I highly doubt we're going to get him on in January.
Probably not.
Just because I know West Ham, I know Moyes. Moyes is very reluctant to get anyone in unless they're 100% his sort of player.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough. Like, can't knock Moyes as well because he's done great for us, and in general his signings he has been right with most of them, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And we've been linked with players in the past where Moyes has gone, no thank you, and they've gone on to be a flop at other clubs basically. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we get a couple of players in, just as cover mainly.
Bolster the squad, we do, because you got more games coming in the second half of the season with the Conference League. We'll see. But that's that for now. I think it's hard to predict who we're gonna sign. We get linked with hundreds of players, but what I would like to see
every transfer window, then it's hundreds of rumours flying about.
What I would like to see is Susek and Paqueta swap roles, because then in turn. You've got sort of, imagine in the corner maybe you've got Paqueta and Rice. They can play the ball between each other. They've got good feet. They can break from a situation. Whereas Susek, if he does even make the good pass, he ain't then going to get in the box. He ain't then going to get up the other end of the pitch quickly because he's not quick.
He's not mobile, is he?
No, Rice and Paqueta on the ball, or with or without the ball, you can imagine them getting up to the edge of the box or whatever it may be. So stick him up there. Stick him up like as a support for the striker, whoever it may be, if there is one on the pitch. And I think that's the way to go forward as for Susek and Paqueta.
Definitely. Yeah, completely agree with you. Like we said before, I think Souček, like he did in his first season for us, he just bombed on, and he was much more advanced, which was much better suited for him.
Absolutely.
And for West Ham in general, I think, because he's up there, he's a threat, he wins a lot in the air. And then this season, because we've been on the back foot for a lot of the games, he's sat deeper, which I don't know if it's his own fault or Moyes, like a tactical thing or whatever. But like you said, I'd like to see him and Paqueta swap roles, get Paqueta on the ball, orchestrating the play like he does for Brazil. And hopefully that'll sort things out a little bit.
Definitely.
That's where we're at on.
Yeah, I think if we look ahead to Arsenal on Boxing Day, I was just looking actually. They're like, obviously everyone's had friendlies in this period. They've actually had a good spell. So they've played quite a few friendlies. They played 4 in total. 1-2, lost 2. They lost against Watford on the 3rd. I mean, their lineup was very weak.
What was it, youngsters or?
Yeah, quite a few youngsters in there, but don't read into that too much.
No.
They beat Lyon at home. We know we did exactly the same thing as them. We beat them 3-0.
Yeah.
They beat Milan. They've gone to Italy like we did, and they've done a couple of games.
Yeah.
They beat Milan 2-1. They had a lot of the ball. They actually lost to Juve yesterday. They lost 2-0. But I was looking at stats. They had 75% possession. Juve only had 1 shot on goal.
But scored 2 goals.
Xhaka scored an own goal. They had 25% of the ball, Juve. I mean, I'm expecting Arsenal to dominate the ball. I think because you've had this long break, I feel like they're going to be finding their rhythm again. And from our point of view, we just need to get at them. I think we need to press high and really put them under the cosh. If you can get those Arsenal fans on their backs early, right? Arsenal fans are coming into this game with a lot of expectancy. Yeah. They are expecting nothing other than a win.
And we're the opposite.
We're going there really, really, really hoping for a point.
Yeah.
But let's go out there and actually think, you know what, let's try and beat them. Nothing to lose, top of the table. I think if we can go there and press high and maybe nick an early goal, I know I always say nick an early goal, but if we can do that, I think we'll have a massive chance of actually getting a result.
Do you know what? I'd like to see, like you said, I'd like to see us just go for it because I think either way we're going to have to score. I'm 90% sure that Arsenal are going to score at least 1 goal, so we have to go and score.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be chasing the game because if we go 1 down, they're just going to sit in and not even sit in. They're probably just going to dominate the ball still. It's going to be harder for us. Whereas if we go out and get at them early on, try and get that early goal, like you said. I'd much rather see that than us sit back and sort of try and play defensive because it seems to happen every time we play Arsenal. We're in the game and they'll score very late. Yeah. The last few games I can remember with Arsenal, they've scored a winner late on.
Yeah. If we look at the head-to-head actually between the sides, I think we've lost, well, bar the 3-0, which was That was a crazy game. We went 3-0 up and it finished 3-0, if you remember that.
Yeah.
That was Lingard, Bowen, Susek. 3-0 up in half hour.
And then
Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then lost 3-0. I think we scored 2 own goals that day. Susek, Dawson, and then Lacazette nicked it. But we tend to play okay against Arsenal, but we never seem to get a result.
No.
We never seem to get a result.
It's
Bar
the
that
same
one
as
there.
same as teams like Man United. We always seem to play well against Man United, never get a result.
No.
Same with Arsenal. Same with Liverpool. I know we've beaten Liverpool at home last season or season before, didn't we?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
other than
3-2.
that, we never seem to get anything out of it.
No.
So I'd rather just see us go at it and try and get a result.
Why not? When we lost, 2-1 in May, we lost 2-1. We played pretty well. What was the game where we actually went to them and we lost? We lost 2-0, and I thought we played really well that day.
Is that when Kofal gave away a penalty that was never a pen?
Yeah. We played really well. I think they even missed a penalty, but I just, like you say, we want us to go there and give it our all. I'm really hoping Ben Rama can carry some of his brilliant form, really from this season, plus the friendly games. I think he's looked really sharp on the ball. Get him on the ball early and just go at him. That's all
I saw a highlight of him yesterday actually at Fulham. Just looked so confident on the ball. He was out on the touchline, and quick feet, cut inside, switch the play.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see from him. You want to see him taking people on and just making that right decision, because that's been his problem for a long time, making the wrong decision. So, I'd like to see Benrahma, like you say, carry that form into the Prem when we get back into it.
Yeah, but let's not get it twisted. We need to start picking up some points. If you look at the Prem, Leicester, we lost. That was an awful game, 12th of November.
Oh, yeah.
We lost against Palace. We obviously lost in the Cup against Blackburn. We lost against United, so 3 defeats in a row in the league. And we have to start picking up points. I was listening on the radio to people talking about relegation. They're saying, it's hard to predict. We're only 14, 15 games into the season. But they said, these are the 6 teams I think are going to be involved. Didn't mention us at all. And I think, I know it's hard to actually imagine West Ham, based on their last 2 seasons in the relegation scrap. But actually, the 6 teams they mentioned, they even mentioned Bournemouth, and if I remember rightly, Bournemouth are a couple of places above us.
Even Leicester, you look at Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester started the season and everyone wanted Rodgers to be sacked, and they were rock bottom.
Yeah.
And they got 3 or 4 wins on the bounce.
Yeah, that's all it takes,
and
mate.
they're right up the table.
They are. Yeah, they are. So that's the Arsenal game, and we'll wait and see a bit more closer.
Prediction
to the
for
game.
That one?
I won't be putting West Ham and Miyaka. That's for sure. I think I don't.
Yeah, that's never a good shout.
I don't want to be negative, but I think we will do very well to come away with a point. I think we'll lose 2-1.
Yeah.
But I really hope we come away with like a point. That's my hope.
I'm going to say the same. I'm probably. I reckon it'll be 2-1 or a 2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, can't go predicting West Ham wins every time we do a match prediction because
got to be realistic.
We'll like Muppets. But I do think that'll be the result. I really hope we do. Next time.
I really hope we do get a win or even a draw.
Yeah.
As long as we play well and we play sort of attacking football.
Yeah.
I'd like to see us get at least a point.
Yeah.
But realistically, just because of the history and results in the past, I can't see it going too well for us. No.
And then we'll roll on to Brentford, which is only 4 days later. That's on a Friday. We actually are going to try and squeeze a pod in between there, so that we can do a separate preview on that.
Yeah, so we'll wait till the next episode to get our prediction in for that one.
Definitely.
So we'll do a review of the Arsenal game in that episode and a preview of the Brentford game with our predictions.
We've actually got Brentford twice in a week, which is going to be interesting. Hopefully, I'm going to get to the Leeds away game on the 4th of Jan. And obviously we're going to go to Wolves away as well on the 14th. So
both going to that, haven't we? So
that's exciting things to look forward to, and hopefully we can get a run of games together. Again, Wolves, we tend to do okay against Wolves. Leeds, we had that amazing away day where Antonio got the last minute winner. Let's hope for something like that again.
Yeah.
I'd
love to beat Leeds and just stick it to their fans, because they proper give it the big. And
they do. I mean, to be honest with you, I can't. I think. Going over the years of going to the London Stadium, for example, I think their fans have been some of the best that have come.
We was at the game, weren't we? Where they beat us, was it 4-3, 3-2 or something?
I think they beat us 3-2. Jack
Harrison got a hat trick.
Yeah.
we was there and we was sitting sort of adjacent to the away fans, weren't we? And yeah, we both said it's horrible when you're there because you're thinking, oh, like, God, they're giving it the big one.
Yeah.
But looking back, you think, yeah, they were the best away fans that there's been at the stadium
There
so
was
far.
actually it was 3 fans in the block that we were in.
Yeah.
Don't know if you remember.
3 Leeds fans,
And I don't think they said a word all game. And when that third one went in, Harrison, which obviously won the game, then they did.
They did, and it all kicked off, didn't it? We turned around and there was blokes scrapping them, and but we turned around. We didn't know who was who.
No,
'cause obviously no one wears shirts really anymore to games. So they were just fighting, and they were going, "Oh, come on, they're Leeds," and we were like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, we had might have run down to the stairs that one, but yeah, that was a dodgy game, and then I think they beat us 3-2 in the league, and then we beat them 1-0 in the cup the week after or the week before.
Yeah,
and they bought 9,000 that day. They took pretty much the whole of the Trevor Brook in, and that was again a good day.
Leeds compared to Wolves, because it was the Wolves game we went to not long after that.
Yeah,
I know Wolves are in a bad position at the moment, but they were awful. They were definitely the worst fans that have been to the London Stadium so far.
Yeah,
didn't make a noise the whole game, did they?
But if my team were bottom of the league, I probably wouldn't be all that.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That's most of the topics we wanted to cover. We have also got a new addition to the pod. We want to be doing a quick fire quiz, and as we look to have guests on the pod, we will then be firing a quiz at them.
Yeah, so we're going to do one today with me and Sam, and this will be sort of a benchmark for the quiz basically, and we're going to do it so each season we're going to have a leaderboard, and it's going to be 10 questions in 60 seconds. How many you get right will be your total points, obviously, and each guest that we get on, it'll go on the leaderboard, however many they get right, and at the end of the season we'll look and see who's at the top of the leaderboard and sort out something.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to even read out all my questions in 60 seconds, to be honest, but we'll give it a whirl.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's jump into it.
Sweet.
You first? Or me? Should I go first?
You go first, yeah. Right, wait. Need a timer up.
We just drew these up before we started. So, yeah, don't have a go if I get them all wrong.
Because we probably will get them all wrong.
Yeah. Right, timer, 1 minute.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Oh, you're giving it to me? Bob!
I thought you was reading to me.
Right. I'll read to you.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
So you're reading to me, yeah?
Yeah, I'll read to you.
All right. Let's go again.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Right. The name of the stand at London Stadium which is not a player.
Pass.
That's the West Stand. The West Stand. How many appearances did Billy Bonds make? I'll give you a 20-game allowance.
850.
804. Noble's last game was against who?
Man City.
And bonus point if you get the result.
2-2.
2-2. Bang on. Quick with that one. Andy Carroll spent 20 grand on a replica what put outside his house?
I know it's a statue. I don't know of what.
Angel of the North. Christmas Day, December 2019. What player crashed their Lamborghini whilst dressed as a snowman? Yeah, we've seen that around. Savio Nazareko signed from what club for 9 million quid in 2009?
Brescia.
Good answer. The Roof is on Fire was a song about what player?
Pass.
Rufus Brevitt. David Gold retweeted a fan's tweet which said, trying to raise awareness for my mate who went missing in Manchester a few weeks ago. It was a picture of a player. What player?
Antonio.
Bang on. World Cup opening game, who scored both goals for...
You started it, so finish.
Ecuador in a 2-0 win.
Enner Valencia.
Easy answer. And then the question that we missed was West Ham signed Diafra Sakho from what French side in 2014?
Metz. There we go.
Boom.
So 9 of them were official, and the last one won't be included because...
Even though you knew it like that.
I know.
Sakho, what a legend.
Yeah, what a player, mate. Right, ready for yours? As ready as you'll ever be. Who scored the winner in the 2010 World Cup final?
Iniesta.
Yep. What nationality was the ref for the England-France game?
Argentinian?
Brazilian. How many Prem goals did Di Canio score for West Ham?
45.
47. Noble's total appearances for West Ham, I'll give it to you within 20 games.
500.
472, just out. Top scorer in the 2010 World Cup.
Diego Forlan.
Yep, he was one of them. West Ham's highest finish in the league.
5th.
Third. Boys of 86. Most goals
That's not the
scored.
Sorry, go on.
Most goals scored against West Ham.
What player?
Yep.
Kane.
No, Rooney. West Ham's record signing.
Paqueta.
Yep. Upton Park opened in what year?
1904.
And name one of the years we have won the FA Cup.
1980.
Correct. Done decent, mate.
The Premier League one.
Mm.
You did say, to be fair, 86, which was obviously going to be Division 1. Weren't
Right.
Premier League. So I'm taking that
Little
point.
debate there.
I'm taking that point. It was
Alright,
5th. I think
give
it was
that
the year
point.
I was born. Because I remember.
No, because I said in the question,
Yeah.
highest league finish. I didn't say Premier League. And
Oh, we're gonna have to check the footage back on that one. And
right.
find
So
out.
what's the highest Premier League finish?
Premier League is 5th,
Right.
which was when I know that because it was the year I was born, and I know when we finished 6th recently, I was looking to see where that
Alright,
was.
I'll give you that one then.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But our highest actual finish in the league was third.
Cool.
Whether it was Division 1 or Prem,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. So
Cool.
there we go.
Yeah. Right, cool. So thanks for watching, guys. That's a wrap for today. We look forward to the next pod.
Yeah.
We're going to slip one in, as we said, in between the Arsenal and the Brentford game, which will be
Yeah.
on a Tuesday probably, when we've got a bit of a bank holiday.
Yeah, just a little reminder for the guys that won the programmes. We'll direct message you today. Send us your address so we can get them sent out to you.
Yeah.
And then we will catch up after Christmas.
We will. Another thing, just quickly, we are working on getting the pods onto, Spotify. That's a bit of a longer process, and we know how to do it. We just
getting
need
around
to
to doing it. So they'll be
off.
on there hopefully by the new year.
Yeah.
And when they're on there, every episode will be available. So if you haven't got time to sit down and physically watch the pod on YouTube, you can. I usually listen to podcasts if I'm doing a long drive or something in the car. So you'll be able to do that on Spotify. And the video should be available on there as well. So yeah, we'll let you know when that's on there. And we're looking to get some guests on, aren't we, in the new year?
We are, yeah. Got a few in mind.
Mm-hmm. We won't tell you who it is because we don't want to put any pressure on them. But yeah, we've got a few in mind that we're going to get in touch with. And one way or another, we're going to have some guests on, aren't we, in the new year?
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's that. Some big fixtures coming up for West Ham. Let's hope we can pick up some points.
Yeah.
Very excited for next week's game. And yeah, happy Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, enjoy. Thanks for listening again and catch up soon.
Ta-da.
Take it easy.